This
खूब
conference
सुभान
will
अल्लाह
now be recorded.
सुभान अल्लाह सुभान अल्लाह तमाम साथियों को या अली मदद and thank you for joining us this morning. आज हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे फरमान मुबारक को। ये फरामीन डायमंड जुबली के ओकेजन पर बैतुल ख्याल की मुलाकात में इमाम ज़मान ने फरमाए, जिसके फरमान नंबर सफ़ा नंबर 31 कराची पाकिस्तान दिसंबर 15 2017 को हम पढ़ रहे थे। इंशाल्लाह हम यहीं से इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा, या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा, या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा, या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा, या रहमान या रहीम, या रहमान या रहीम, या रहमान या रहीम, या रहमान या रहीम, या रहमान या रहीम। नूर मौलाना शाह करीमुल हुसैनी हाजिर इमाम। या मौला तौफीक ताईद हिम्मत व यारी, या मौला तौफीक ताईद हिम्मत व यारी मौला। या मौला अपने नूर से हम गरीबों की मदद फरमा मौला। या मौला मेहरबान अपने नूर की रोशनी में मौला हम गरीबों की मदद फरमा मौला, ताकि हम कुछ इल्म को हासिल कर सके मौला, इन फरामीन को समझकर उस पर अमल कर सके मौला। या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा। प्लीज रिसाइट द होली सलवात। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद। हमने अपने फरमान को इस मकाम पर रोका था। कीप इन माइंड that this is not a matter of material world. Imam is speaking about the Baitul Khiyal, that we must keep in mind that this is not a matter of material world, it is a matter of soul of the spirit. इस मकाम पर हमने इसको रोका था, यहीं से इसको आगाज करते हैं। So when you sit in ibadat, sit in peace, leave aside worldly matters. Simply sit in peace. Seek that light. If inshallah you find that light, a number of consequences will occur. First of all, you will be certain. You will not have doubts. You will be certain. Secondly, don't expect that light to come back to you every time you sit, because it is not yours to take, it is yours to receive. Up until this part, Imam is guiding us that when we sit in the ibadat, we must remember this is not a matter of material world, but a spiritual and matter of the soul. So when we sit, we must sit in the peace without any greed. Just seek that light. Here, I would like to repeat myself from the last week, because this light is not a material light. It's not a light outside of yourself, which you can reach and take, or one you can turn on as you wish. But this Nur is within you, and that is the Nur you are seeking and searching. And that is the Nur which can be, inshallah, given to you one day. This is a very important part, that Nur which you are seeking and searching for is within yourself, is not coming from outside. That part must be understood and must be very clear in our mind when we sit in the ibadat. And that is the light you are searching for, you are seeking. When did the light come into you? How did the light come into you? We all know, and I hope we all remember the day that Imam came to give the Isme Azam, and the day that you, with your free will, willingly went to the Imam Zaman and said, Ya Mullah, I would like to elevate my soul. I would like to do something for my soul, and hereafter I seek an Isme Azam. That was the day Imam Mercy, with his happiness, he gave you that Isme Azam, within which he gave you the blessing, Dua Ashish, and also the Nur. The example of the Isme Azam is like a handkerchief. Within the Isme Azam, he had put in the blessings, the Dua Ashish, and along with that, he had put in the Nur. And with that, he blow that Nur into your air. It should bring a concept in your mind. When I said Imam blew that Nur, that soul, that spirit in you. Now, because it's like a handkerchief, when you're searching for it, when you're seeking it, and if you perform the ibadat honestly, with the peace and open heart and open mind, this handkerchief will open. This Isme Azam will open. And the blessings and the duashish of the Imam will come out of it in your favor. And the Nur along with it. This is very important what we are discussing today. If you can see my hand, and if you understand what I'm trying to show you, inshallah, you will have that light in you, and when you do, you will be certain of that. There will be no doubt about it, that the light has come to you. The light has been discovered. The light that you were seeking and searching for is now in you and yours only. Remember that. It is for you and yours and for you only. यहाँ पर ये बात को हमको बिल्कुल समझ लेना चाहिए कि ये नूर जिसकी हम तलाश कर रहे हैं वो कहीं बाहर से नहीं आने वाला है। ये नूर आप ही के अंदर है और उसी को हमें तलाश करना है, ढूंढना है और खोलना है। आप कहेंगे कि ये नूर कब मेरे में आ गया, मुझे तो नहीं पता है। ये नूर उस दिन आपके अंदर आ गया था जिस दिन आप अपनी मर्जी से इमाम जमान के हुजूर में गए और दरखास्त की कि या मौला मुझे अपनी रूह के लिए कुछ करना है। तो मौला ने आपको बोल इनायत किया। वो बोल की जो मिसाल है वो एक रुमाल की सी है। उस बोल के अंदर मौला ने अपनी दुआ आशीष भी और अपना नूर भी रख कर इस तरह से एक रुमाल बंद करके आपको आपके कानों के अंदर फूंक दिया। आपके कानों से वो नूर आपके अंदर उतर गया। अब जब आप इबादत में बैठेंगे तो आपका तवज्जो बैतुल ख्याल यानी कि बातीन के अंदर, आपके आलम शख्सी के अंदर, क्योंकि नूर कहीं बाहर से नहीं आने वाला है, वो पहले से ही आपके अंदर रख दिया गया है और उसी को आपको खोलना है, उसी की आपको तलाश है। जब आप ईमानदारी से अपने इसमें आजम को पढ़ेंगे, बाकायदगी से इबादत में बैठेंगे और आराम से बैठेंगे, किसी लालच के बगैर बैठेंगे और इस इसमें आजम का जापन करेंगे अच्छी तरह से, तो वो इसमें आजम आस्ते 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 खुलने लगेगा। जब वो इसमें आजम खुल जाएगा उसी के अंदर से इमाम की दुआ आशीष आपकी तरफ आएंगी और वही रहमत के अंदर आपको वो नूर जो इमाम ने आपके अंदर फूंक दिया था अब आपको नजर आने लगेगा, आपको सुनाई देने लगेगा, आपको महसूस होने लगेगा। आपके अंदर एक खुशी की लहर दौड़ जाएंगी और आपके पास कोई भी ऐसा जवाब नहीं होगा कि मुझे समझ में नहीं आया क्या हुआ। आप बिल्कुल समझ जाएंगे कि क्या हो रहा है। और याद रखें कि ये लाइट, ये नूर, ये खुशी, ये आपके लिए है और सिर्फ आपके लिए है। आप उसको अपने पास रखें और इसको किसी के साथ भी डिस्कस ना करें, क्योंकि ये आपके और इमाम के दरमियान में है, ना कि आपके और लोगों के दरमियान में। सो कीप इन माइंड, मौला फरमाते हैं कि आप ये नूर आपको जो दिया गया है वो जब आपको मिलेगा तो आपको कोई भी उसमें डाउट नहीं होगा, बल्कि आप बिल्कुल सर्टन होगे इसके बारे में, बिल्कुल, यानी कि आपको पता चल जाएगा कि क्या हुआ। Secondly, that it is not that once you have this light, you will see the light every time you sit in ibadat. Here, there is a great secret of Betul Khyal hidden, and Mola is so merciful and so casually is telling you that light comes to the mu'mineen in stages, in progression, step by step. पहले एक चिंगारी की तरह, फिर अगर आप दोबारा से मेहनत करेंगे तो एक बड़ी चिंगारी की तरह, आस्ते आस्ते ये लाइट आपके अंदर इस तरह से रोशन हो जाएंगी कि आप जब भी आंख बंद करेंगे और अपने इसमें आजम को पढ़ेंगे तो वो लाइट आपके पास रोशनी की सूरत में, बोलने की सूरत में, खुशी की सूरत में, दुर्बनी की सूरत में, सिरातल मुस्तकीम की सूरत में, दीदार की सूरत में, वो आपके पास एक जिंदा फरिश्ते की सूरत में हाजिर और मौजूद रहेंगी। लेकिन वो आस्ते आस्ते, स्टेप बाय स्टेप, दर्जावार है। और यही बात मौला हमको समझा रहे हैं that this light is not that once you have seen it, second time you sit, it will automatically will come on. You have to do the same thing again, the same purified ibadat again. As this light is step by step, a spark first, then a little bit bigger, and then a little bit bigger, and eventually it will become a full-fledged light. The seeing, the speaking, the guiding, the in the form of the didar, in the form of an angel, and it will remain with you for rest of your life. Not only that, it will be with you on the day that you die, and it will remain with you in the next life. It will remain with you in the next life. ना सिर्फ ये नूर आपका इस दुनिया में आपके साथ रहेगा, बल्कि मरते दम तक आपके पास होगा। और जब आप उस तरफ जाएंगे तो वहां पर भी ये नूर आपके साथ साथ चलेगा, आपसे बातें भी करेगा, आपको गाइड भी करेगा, आपको खुशी भी देगा। जब आप पूछेंगे भाई तू कौन है, तो वो कहेगा कि मैं तुम्हारा दोस्त हूं, मैं तुम्हारा वो फरिश्ता हूं जो तुम्हारे साथ उस दुनिया में भी था और इस दुनिया में भी हूं। Mullah is guiding us so casually, but he has hidden so many gems of marifat in this half paragraph. If we understand, if we can imagine it, then we will know exactly what this Garib and Nachis is telling you. Keep this in mind. Inshallah, inshallah, Imam's blessing is with us. He wants us to have this nur, and inshallah, one day we all be fully successful in our ibadat. Ameen. So Mullah says, it is yours to receive, but it is not yours to take. So there is no talking in this manner, in this matter. Don't talk about it. Sit in peace. Eliminate worldly matters. बस इसके बारे में बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप आराम से बैठें और अपने इसमें आजम पर ध्यान दें और दुनिया की चीजों को हटा दें, क्योंकि ये दुनिया की चीज नहीं है, ये आपके अंदर आपके बातीन की चीज है। Mullah says, take time to practice in peace, in harmony, and thinking good things, wanting to build good things in your life, so that goodness reflects itself through your families, through your Jamaat, through the people you are with. And I give you my best blessing. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. You know, when we go buy something in the world, they give us this how to guide, a small brochure, tell us how to build something. That is the example of this. Mullah is giving us how to. How do we reach to this light? look at what he's saying. I would say this should be our Bible. This should be our guide. How do we get to the light? Number one, take your time to practice in peace. We have talked about this so many times, I cannot even count anymore. Practice the word, practice. Take time to practice in peace. Whenever you have a minute, whenever you have 5 minutes, make some time, sit in peace and practice, practice, and practice. Number one, this was number one how to guide. Take time to practice in peace. Number two, in harmony. I would say this is very important. How many times our friends ask, I'm always thinking of something or something happened around me in my home, at my work, in my business, in my Jamaat Khana, with my friends, because we are not in harmony with the environment, with the nature around us. You must be in a state of mind where you are in complete peace and harmony with your environment. And you cannot exclude your family out of your environment. You cannot exclude your friends out of your environment, your jobs and your business out of your environment, your jamaat out of your environment. If you ask me honestly, I think sometimes we insert ourselves into those things. Instead of let it go, we insert ourselves into those things. And therefore, our mind and our thoughts and our heart is not in the peace and in harmony with our environment. Because we are so much involved. Sometimes, my apology if this is not the case for you, I'm not talking about one person, I'm talking about generally. We insert ourselves into unnecessary things which does not concern us because we don't want our children to have their free will. We don't want our family to have their free will. We don't want our friend to have their free will. We want them to do what we want them to do. We are not letting them have their free will. And we are inserting, forcing ourselves into their environment, and that disturbs the peace. And we are not able to stay in the harmony because we have taken their free will. Now there cannot be peace and harmony amongst us because there's a struggle. इसकी वजह से हमारा ध्यान नहीं लगता है क्योंकि हम अपने आप को दुनिया के अंदर इतना ज्यादा कभी कभार जरूरत के बगैर हम उसके अंदर अपने आप को इन्वॉल्व करते हैं अपनी फैमिलीज के अंदर भी फ्रेंडशिप के अंदर भी जमात के अंदर भी और दूसरी जगहों पर भी अननेसेसरी अपने आप को उसके अंदर डालते हैं और उसके अंदर हम इतना उसके अंदर अपने आप को डालते हैं कि अब हमारे ख्यालात हमारा एनवायरनमेंट खराब हो गया है क्योंकि हम चीजों को लेट गो नहीं करते हैं जाने नहीं देते हैं चलो कोई बात नहीं है वो उसकी मर्जी थी ये मौला की मर्जी थी अगर हम ये काम कर सके तो हम पीस के अंदर रहेंगे आराम से रहेंगे हारमोनी में रहेंगे अपने एनवायरनमेंट को हमने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया द वे इट इज Third thing Mullah says. Third, remember Mullah is teaching us, giving us how to guidance. Third, thinking good things. Not for yourself, for everyone. If they are doing something wrong, pray for them. Well wish. उसके लिए अच्छा सोचें, उसके लिए दुआ करें. हमेशा अच्छा सोचने का. अगर कोई गलत भी हो गया है तो उसके बारे में उसके लिए दुआ करें आप. उसके लिए अच्छा सोचें. थिंक गुड थिंग्स. मेरा बेटा ये नहीं करता है, मेरी बेटी ये नहीं करती है, मेरी बीवी ये नहीं करती है, मेरा शोहर ये नहीं करता है, मेरा भाई ये नहीं करता है. Why? They have their own free will. Change your way of thinking. अब मोमिन किस तरह सोचता है? जो भी वो करता है अच्छा करता है. मौला उसका रखवाला है. मौला उसका अच्छा करेगा. मौला सबका भला करेगा. See, there is a two way of thinking. कि वो अच्छा नहीं करता है, वो ये करता है, वो ये करता है, और जो भी वो करता है उसके लिए अच्छा है. मौला उसके रखवाला है, मौला उसका भला करेगा. You see, there are two way of thinking. Because we wanted to force our free will on them, we are saying, he's not doing right, she's not doing right, my son is doing this, my daughter is doing this. Instead of that, let them have their free will and pray for them, and everything will be okay. Imam will guide them, Imam will see over them. Do good things, think of the good things instead of the bad things. कि ये ऐसा करेंगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. नहीं, मौला उसका रखवाला है, उसकी भला करेगा. Thinking good things for others will bring peace in yourself. Wanting to build good things in your life, things and relationship. Wanting to build good things in your life instead of all constantly criticizing them. How about we build good things? Give them some free will and do good things for them. Help them. Again, how many times have we in a daily life, and you ask yourself, reflect on yourself, you don't have to tell us. जमात खाने में वो ये नहीं करता है, वॉलंटियर ने ये नहीं किया, वो मेरे बाजू में बैठ के ये करता है, वो मेरे बाजू में बैठ के ये करती है. We are not building a good life because we are the creature where we want things to be my way, and that doesn't work. Do good things and build good things in your life that will bring peace in your life. Let them have their peace so you may have your peace. Mullah says, so that goodness reflects itself through your families. You see, यहाँ पर किसकी बात हो रही है? Through your jamaat. You can see what we are talking about. Through the people you are with. It's not only you. Combinedly, your family, your jamaat, and people that you are around. Well wish. Give them some freedom. Let them do and run their own life. Think good for them. If you try it, you will see how peaceful your mind will become, how your heart will be calm and peaceful, because you're not worried about anybody. You're not worried about anything. You're not worried how come he's not doing this and she's not doing that. And if I'm not telling the truth, reflect, ask yourself, how many times just yesterday You had complained about somebody in your home, one of your friend, one of your co-worker, somebody in Jamaat Khana, volunteer in Jamaat Khana, Nosvilla, sometime even Mukhi Sahib in Jamaat Khana. We are constantly complaining about people. How about we let them have it? Give them their free will. Let them have it. Make harmony amongst yourself, your family, your Jamaat, the people you are around with. If you can do that, Imam's blessing is with you because that is what Imam wants from you. Imam is giving you step by step guidance how to. There's an instruction book that have come with this bowl. So there is a bowl and then there is how to book, instruction guidance. If you do ABC, you will be successful. How to sit in peace? Be in harmony with your environment. So Mola says, I give you my best blessings. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. Ameen. My greatest wish is that every one of you should be touched by this light. Ameen. At least once in during your lifetime. Ameen. And inshallah, that is your success. Keep it to yourself. मौला फरमाते हैं कि मेरी ख्वाहिश है कम अज कम एक मर्तबा आप इस नूर को पाए कम अज कम अपनी जिंदगी में एक मर्तबा इंशाल्लाह यही आपकी कामयाबी है और आप अपने तक इसको रखना इट इज योर्स individually it is not to share with everybody keep it to yourself don't gossip don't talk about it when you have this keep it to yourself don't talk about it जब आपको ये नसीब हो आप इसको दूसरों के साथ डिस्कस ना करें because if you have found that light only you would have been able to experience it and you try to talk about it to others people who have not experienced it they will not understand what you are talking about this is a very important part because what you have felt the nur that you have seen in the way you have seen or heard or felt or experienced. Those who have not experienced, they will not have understand. So why would you talk about it with others? Because you don't know who have experienced and not. If they had experience, then they would understand. But you don't know who has experience. चूंकि आपको नहीं पता है कि किसने इस नूर का तजर्बा किया है जब आप उसको नूर की के दीदार की नूर के बात की नूर के जज्बात की उस खुशी की बात करेंगे तो वो नहीं समझ पाएंगे क्योंकि उन्होंने अभी तक इस नूर का कोई भी तजर्बा नहीं किया है और आपको नहीं पता है कि किसने किया है और किसने नहीं किया है so it would be better if you do not do that don't do it they will not be able to understand it what you are talking about so there are issues in human life which you cannot art- articulate this is one of them this is one of those things that you will not be able to explain to others because it is so personal कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती है जिंदगी में जो हम दूसरों को नहीं समझा पाते हैं और ये एक ऐसी चीज है जो हम दूसरों को नहीं समझा पाएंगे सो कीप दैट टू योरसेल्फ That is your happiness. That is your individual happiness. Inshallah, you will be successful. Ameen. Kana vadan, kana vadan, kana vadan. Farman, after sitting, I will give you the bowl, the meaning. He who is above everything. He who is above everything. And this symbolism is spiritually to get closer to him who is above everything. मौला दोबारा से हमको गाइड कर रहे हैं, समझा रहे हैं. इसमें आजम which I'm giving to you, the meaning of this isme azam is that he is the nur we are speaking of. He is above all else. Whatever you can imagine him to be, whatever you are imagining the nur to be, that is above everything else. What you need to do is try to come spiritually, not physically, spiritually closer and closer to him, the one who is above all else, to this nur which cannot be described, the feeling which cannot be described. Imam again is guiding you that what I'm giving you, the bowl, and within that bowl, the nur, within that nur, the didar. That is not something that you can describe because it is above all that you can think of and all you can imagine, all that can be encompassed in your words. It just cannot be because it's above all this. जितनी भी चीजें आप सोच सकते हैं वो उससे बालातर है. आप कहेंगे कि वो रोशनी है तो वो उससे बुलंद है. आप कहेंगे कि वो बोलने वाला नूर है वो उससे भी बुलंद है. आप जो भी कहेंगे वो उससे बालातर है. बस आप इस बात को समझकर कि आपको एक ऐसी चीज मिलने वाली है जो आपकी जबान पर नहीं आ सकती है, आप उसको बयान नहीं कर सकते हैं क्योंकि वो दीदार और वो नूर हर चीज से बालातर है. To move away from the world of everyday life to the world of eternity. आप फिजिकल वर्ल्ड को छोड़कर हमेशा की जिंदगी का तस्वुर करें और उस तरफ जाने की कोशिश करें. Seek that out, and once you have found it, let it guide you to the good things. Remember, this Garib Nachis had used the word a couple of minutes ago that this Noor will guide you. It will be a living, speaking, moving, guiding light. An example of a living angel, your personal angel to you. It will guide you to the good things. Once you have this light, this living and speaking light, I can see on your face, I can hear you. You are saying, I thought it would be a light, something to see. But here, Imam is telling you it's going to be a guiding light, a living light, a speaking light, something that can guide you in the form of an angel. ये एक ऐसी रोशनी होगी जो जिंदा चलती फिरती बोलती और आपको दोरवनी देती हुई आपके लिए एक जिंदा फरिश्ते का काम करेंगी, आपके लिए अच्छी चीजें लाएंगी, आपकी जिंदगी में खुशियां लाएंगी. It will bring you happiness. It will bring you peace. I hope it will bring you patience, and urge my Jamaat not to think of failure. I don't want you to associate with this practice the notion of failure. ये नूर, ये इबादत, ये इसमें आज़म आपकी जिंदगी में कामयाबी और खुशियां और बहुत सारी बरकत लाएंगी. इसलिए जरूरी है कि आप इसके बारे में अच्छा सोचें, ना कि ऐसा सोचें कि क्या मैं कामयाब होऊंगा कि नहीं होऊंगा, क्या मैं नाकाम हो जाऊंगा, ऐसा ना सोचें. क्योंकि इसमें आजम जो आपको मिला है वहीं से आपकी कामयाबी का आगाज हो गया है. The minute, the second you receive that isme azam, you were successful. The minute that you first time sat in your ibadat, you were successful. Just by reciting this isme azam, you are successful. Keep that in mind and do not think of failure in any sense, because there is no failure. The fact that the practice is success. So I am saying to my spiritual children today, don't fear failure. If you fear failure, you close the door and it makes it much more difficult for you to find that special light which you are in search for. So don't fear failure. Be patient. Be courageous. Be discreet and keep it in mind. This is a matter which is of the soul. It is about faith. It is not about world of everyday life. आप बैठे हैं वही आपकी कामयाबी है. The minute you have set, you are successful. Don't think of anything but that. Inshallah, that special light, the light which is for you and you only, will come to you, and it will come to you. Mullah gives more how to after that. Don't sit in fear of failure. Be patient. Be courageous. And on top of all of that, be discreet. Don't talk about, I'm going to Jamaat Khana, I'm going to Ibadat, I'm doing this, I'm doing. Don't talk about it. Be discreet. खामोशी से अपनी इबादत करें. किसी को बताने की जरूरत नहीं है कि हम जमात खाने जाते हैं, हम इबादत करते हैं. खामोशी से अपना काम करें. हर वक्त 24 घंटे इसमें मशगूल रहें. And I know that practicing bandagi early in the morning is demanding. On the other hand, the Imam wants you to be successful. He wants you to be successful in the most easy way possible. And if I were to say to my spiritual children, you can practice at 12 midday or whatever it may be during the daytime, you would neither have the time nor the peace of mind to be able to search the light. Therefore, Bandagi is held early in the morning. Imam say, I understand. It's not easy. But that is the easiest way of finding this nur. So I know when I say this is only for the morning, and I know it's hard, but that is the easiest way to be successful in the ibadat. Mullah say, even if I tell you to do it in the afternoon or any other time during the day, then your chance of successful is not there. It goes away because in daytime there's just too much noise pollution, too much things going on around you, and that is not a peaceful time to be. Therefore, बंदगी is in the morning. इसी वजह से बंदगी उस वक्त रखी गई है जब दुनिया सो रही हो और आप खामोशी से सुकून से आप अपना काम कर सके. It is demanding, no doubt. I know that, Mullah says. On the other hand, if I were to say you can practice bandagi in midday, you may say we cannot do it. It will be conflict with your everyday life, and I don't want that conflict to exist. क्योंकि दिन के वक्त आप इबादत नहीं कर सकेंगे, क्योंकि उस वक्त रोजगारी के और दूसरी चीजों के अंदर इंसान मसरूफ होता है. It is not possible to do this during the daytime. Then it must be done when the rest of the world is sleeping. क्योंकि अगर मौला फरमाते हैं कि अगर मैं कहूंगा भी आपको कि आप दिन में कर लेंगे तो आप खुद ही कहेंगे या मौला दिन में तो मैं काम करता हूं, मेरा जॉब होता है, मेरे को खाना पकाना होता है, मुझे बच्चे संभालने होते हैं. Therefore, it must be done and the perfect time Imam have given us. The time that Imam has described to us, prescribed to us, suggested to us, that is the correct and perfect time. That is the time we should do it. Because that is the perfect time for us to be successful in our ibadat. When the world around you is mostly at rest and you practice for yourself. This is not compulsory. You are here because you choose to be here. Remember, Mullah is reminding you again that you know ibadat is performed early in the morning, but you came on your free will, on your own will that I want to do this. So don't complain that it is in morning and it's hard because you choose. It was your choice, your free will that you have come, as this is not compulsory. You are here because you chose to be here. But Mullah says, I hope that is all well understood amongst you. It is your choice. Remember, we talked about free will? Your free will. It is not compulsory. I hope you will be successful. I give you my special blessing. मौला फरमाते याद रखें कि आप यहाँ पर अपनी मर्जी से आए हैं, क्योंकि इबादत के लिए कोई फोर्स नहीं है. तो फिर कंप्लेन ना करें कि ये क्यों सुबह को है, मेरे को नींद आती है, मैं नहीं उठ सकता हूँ, मैं थक जाता हूँ. क्या मैं सुबह को 7 बजे जॉगिंग करते करते इबादत कर सकता हूँ? क्या मैं एक्सरसाइज करते करते इबादत कर सकता हूँ? क्या मैं अपने काम पे इबादत कर सकता हूँ? और फरमाते हैं आप अपनी मर्जी से जराए, आपको पता है कि यहाँ पर क्या इन्वॉल्व है. खाना वदान, खाना वदान. My greatest happiness is when a murid comes to me and says, Hazrat Imam, I have been successful. That is my greatest happiness. So that is what I want to hear from you, each one of you, in due course. After you have practiced regularly, I give you my special blessing for success. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. I love this part, this last paragraph of Imam. Imam says, it will make me so happy. If you remember the beginning of this Farman, Imam says, it made me happy that you have decided to come over here. It makes me happy to see all of my murids in front of me. And look at the way Imam ends. it will make me happy instead of you coming and complaining that I have forgot my Isme Azam. I cannot get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was not successful. It would make me happy if you would come back to me and says, Mola Bapa, I'm successful. That would be my greatest happiness, Mola फरमाते हैं कि ये सबसे बड़ी मेरी खुशी के लिए की बात होगी जब आप आएंगे और कहेंगे कि या मौला थैंक यू फॉर योर इसमें आजम आई एम सक्सेसफुल मौला बोलते हैं कि मेरे को ये सुनना है दैट इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू हियर फ्रॉम यू फोकस ऑन योर इबादत इन इसमें आजम instead of focusing on complaining what time is the ibadat. Practice makes it perfect. Believe me, those who does ibadat regularly, if you would ask them, it becomes a second nature to them. Doesn't matter how tired they are, they wake up for ibadat. It becomes second nature to them. They don't take that as a burden. They take that as their joy. अगर आप उन लोगों से बात करेंगे जो इबादत हमेशा करते रहते हैं वो आपको कहेंगे कि मुझे तो पता ही नहीं चलता मैं तो बस खुद ब खुद सुबह को उठ जाता हूं ये पार्ट ऑफ मेरी प्रैक्टिस है अब कंप्लेन करने की जगह पर मैं खुशी खुशी से ये करता हूं अब ये मेरी जिंदगी का एक हिस्सा है ये एक इंशाल्लाह आपकी जिंदगी का भी हिस्सा होगा रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस इज अ मस्ट जरूरी है कि हम इसकी पंक्चुअलिटी के साथ रोजाना रोजाना जिस तरह से हम काम पर जाते हैं खाना खाते हैं नहाते हैं बच्चों को संभालते हैं दूसरे काम करते हैं इबादत मेक दैट पार्ट ऑफ योर डेली लाइफ इंशाल्लाह मौला सेज you will be successful खाना वदान खाना वदान खाना वदान please recite the holy salawat Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Let me stop here. This is the end of this Farman. Inshallah, next week we'll start on a new Farman. Ji.
Subhanallah, sir. Thank you very much for explaining this Farman so beautifully. So, sir, I just want to share my comment first about this that when we listen to the Farman, when we read the Farman, I never understood that Farman always comes with also a roadmap. And today you know explain this Farman, giving us the roadmap, giving us the steps, the tools that what Mawla is telling us to do is or whatever Mawla is telling us comes with those little steps that sometimes we don't catch it. So thank you very much for giving us that roadmap to get prepared, during the daytime to, perform our ibadat. And also it also helped me to move my thought towards the the 100th surah, the surah Adiyat, that it's about, talking about Isme Azam. It's about the ayat of horse, that you make your horse ready during the daytime to get, for the race during the ibadat time. So like practicing giving the horse what it needs, you know, and then the horse is ready for the jung or for the race. So I don't know why my thought went to that surah 100. So if you think it's appropriate to give some more details about that surah, sir, please.
We can do that here, but remember we have a series on which we are discussing some of the symbols of the Quran. So I would say we will leave that for that special series that we are working on every Saturday afternoon, and in the USA, and the Saturday night in London time. But you are correct that surah is all about our Isme Azam and getting ready for our ibadat. So I would say that you are right on your thinking, and inshallah we will cover this surah and some other surahs and some other concepts in the Quran in that series of lecture of the Tawil of the parables and allegories from the Quran. Inshallah.
Thank you, sir.
Ji,
Shukar Ali Allah.
ji, shukar alhamdulillah.
Friends, you can ask your question or share your comments, and you can also raise your hand feature if you want to talk. There is a comment in the chat box here. Thank you, Aziz sir. I loved your guidance on living in harmony. How can we manage unhappy people in our lives who always complain to us about others on what others should do and not do? How can we handle such people when we cannot avoid them and love them, but do not like listening to their constant grievance? Thank you.
Peer Sahib had given us a great way of doing things. But remember, doing right things sometimes is the hardest thing to do. Doing the right thing sometimes is the hardest thing to do. Ja ninda thai utine chalo. Wherever you find those unhappy moments, you have to be courageous by saying, how about we talk about ourselves, not others? Let others do what they wish to do as they have a free will, as we have a free will. And my free will is to do what? Not to listen to this. Either you stop them or you walk away from them. Normally, I don't like to talk about my family, but this is the proper place. I'm just using this as an example. One time, this was long time ago, my mother has passed away. She's with Mola Baba now. But my mother and my aunt, and I'm telling you what is a courageous thing to do. And those things are not easy to do, especially with your elders and someone you love. And I see you use the word that we love them, right? One time I come home from work and I hear my mother and my aunt. And I love my mother, and she was not the one who ever would do backbiting or gossip. That was not her nature. That was not her nature to do gossip and backbiting. They were talking about somebody. I did not hear the name. So when I entered the room, I said, Yali Madad Mom, Yali Madad Masi. And then I started talking to them. That's how you discourage them for doing what they were doing. How about we talk about ourselves? Why do we need to talk about others? Remember, they have a free will. Whatever you think they are doing and you don't like it, instead of talking about them behind their back, how about we pray for them? How about we pray for them? How about we well wish that Mola usko sanjai deve? Mola will guide them on right path. How about we do that? How about we don't do this thing? Remember, my mother, my aunt, how dare I would talk to them like that? But they are mu'min. They understood that we should not be doing that. Instantly, they say, oh, yeah, we don't know why we were doing that. We should not be doing that. We have a lot of other good things we can talk about. How about we talk about how great that lady is, whomever she was, they were talking about. She has a lot of good things in her life. How about we talk about those goodness instead of their weakness? Talk about their goodness, not their weakness. talk about their free will. How about we pray for them? That is how you stop all that nonsense. This is how you do it. With a beautiful but very, very respectful way. Do not blame them or show them that you are better than them. We are not better than them. We are not. So how do you do it? Very loving way, in a guiding way. Use Mola Bapa, use Farman, use other Ginans, whatever you have in your arsenal of tools, use that and you guide them very calmly, very respectfully. And if they don't understand that, let me tell you the Farman of the Imam. Leave them to their shallow thoughts. You guide them once, guide them twice, guide them 3 times. That is the San Antonio Farman 2007. And then leave them to their shallow thoughts. If they still wanted to do it, you walk away. Your soul is with you, your goodness is with you. She's not going to come with you and say, Mola Papa, actually, that was not his fault, that was my fault. I was gossiping. He was listening. You were listening, you are responsible for it. Your soul, your goodness is with you. So remember that part. And that's how you do it. I hope I answered your question completely and fully. G.
Subhanallah, sir. Thank you. And a friend is asking here, thank you, sir. We gain so much knowledge from you for each session. Mawla bless you thousandfolds and always keep you in his
Ameen.
seva and bless you with his
Ameen.
didar. I mean, that was a comment.
Ameen. Ameen.
Um, Aziz sir, no matter how we help people, but people never appreciate you and end up having a sour heart. So how do you let go that feeling?
It's very simple. Very, very simple. One word. Free will. You do not control them. They have a free will. If you give them their free will, you will receive the peace of heart. Let them have their free will. If this is what they want, let them have it. That's how you do it. Watch how peaceful that is. I cannot describe. When you let people have their free will, how peaceful you become. I cannot even describe to you. Let them have their free will. That's how you do it. It's so easy. That's how you do it. G.
Ji, Shukar Mola sir, thank you. Sir, there is one raised hand. Let's take her. Yasmin Shivji, you can unmute yourself, please.
Yalimadat sir, when
Kalimadat.
Imam talks about the light in his Farman, um, how is it in comparison to Mutu, Kabla, and Tamutu
Stages.
in stages?
Stages. Right. So Mutu Kabla Anta Mutu is the last stage, not the first stage. So think about it. Spark, bigger spark. Fire, bigger fire. And then how long would it take for iron to become complete light and the heat in the fire? How long would it take? Long time, right? That is the
Right.
stage of Mutu Kablanta Mutu. That you will become just like a light. That is the last stage, not the first stage. Stages. If you think everything on the stages is very easy. In one of our session on the Ibadat and Ismi Azam, we talk so much about Fanafi Imam, Fanafi Imam, Fanafi Imam, but we never ask how to become Fanafi Imam. You ask anybody, what would you like? मेरे को फनाफी इमाम होना है. But they don't ask, how do I become one with him? Stages, stages, step by step by step by step. जब यहाँ पर कोई भी बात होती है तो याद रखना कि हर चीज दर्जावार है. दर्जावार है. पहले नूर की एक चिंगारी है, फिर बड़ी चिंगारी है, फिर छोटी आग है, फिर बड़ी आग है. लोहे को जब हम आग में डालते हैं तो कितना वक्त लगता है? बहुत सारा वक्त लगता है कि लोहा आग की तरह गर्म और रोशन हो जाए. ये आखिरी स्टेजेस है. जब हम कहते हैं कि मुझे इमाम के अंदर वासिल होना है, मुझे फनाफी इमाम होना है, तो ये हम बोलते तो हैं, ये नहीं पूछते हैं कि किस तरह से, क्योंकि वो स्टेजेस के अंदर है, स्टेप बाय स्टेप है. पहले अपने आप को आग के अंदर डालना पड़ता है, पहले लोहे को गर्म करना पड़ता है, पहले कुर्बानी देनी पड़ती है, पहले अपने आप को मिटाना पड़ता है, तब जाकर हम उसके अंदर एक होते हैं. स्टेजेस, स्टेप बाय स्टेप. थैंक यू. वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन.
Thank you, sir.
Shukr Ali Allah. Thank you, sir. There is friend is asking, Yali Madat, when someone helped you in hard times and you accepted, but now every time they say they helped, so how to deal with this situation?
You
Like,
help them. Yeah, you help them. Tell them whenever you need my help, you will find me here. And thank you for your help. And if they keep reminding you of that, then that shows that that person is not your friend. They help you for the sake of return. A moment does not help anyone for the sake of return. That is not a moment like. And what do we do? What does Imam says? Only keep moment as your friend. Only keep moment as your friend. If someone who's helping you, then they are reminding you, they cannot be moment. Then you need to stay away from them. Or you tell them, thank you so much for your help. Whenever you need my help, you will find me there. I will help you whenever you need it. And I appreciate you help me. You do not have to remind me, as I remember, I will never forget that you have helped me. And whenever you need my help, you will find me here. I will help you. Or together we can help somebody else who needs help. But thank you so much. With love, with calmness, with peace, and do not let it bother you. Don't let it bother you. If you cannot get away from them, then just don't let it bother you. G.
sir, very good understanding. Thank you. Sir, that also reminds me that there was a Farman we already did earlier about qualities of Momin, right? Like in one of the Farman, you explained what are the qualities of Momin. So I think that falls under that if we are a Momin, then, we follow those qualities and the rest other things takes care of it. Like મોમીનની નિશાની છે તે રાત્રે જલ્દી સુઈ જાય એટલા માટે કે સવારે ઇબાદતમાં ઉઠી શકે. મોમીનની નિશાની છે કે તે નકામી વાતો કરતો નથી. So there are farmans on about the qualities of Momin, right, sir? If you can shed some
Absolutely.
more light on those.
Pir Pindyate Java Mardi. That should be our Bible, our guidance. Book Pir Pindyate Java Mardi. If you would take paper and pencil and read the book Pir Pindyate Java Mardi and start writing the attribution of Mominin, and then make another column, attribution of Na Mominin. and then you check, am I Momin or I'm not a Momin? I'm Momin or I'm not a Momin? If you do that, you practice that for 40 days, you will see your life will change forever. It will change forever because now you know what is right and what is not right. Not in my eyes, in the eyes of the Imam. And that's what you do. Because we need structure, a guidance. And we have such a book that gives you that step by step guidance. The attribution of the Momin and attribution of Na-Momin. And you yourself be honest and check. Is this a Momin like? This is not a Na-Momin like. Where do I fall? Imam says in the Sultan Muhammad Shah's Farman, every night when you sleep, put your hand on your nafs. Have I done in my life, in my daily life today, what I was supposed to do? Check your nafs. Be honest to yourself. What have you done for others? Check yourself. That's what Momin does. Every day he does something for others. It does not matter what you do for yourself. It only matters what you do for others. Isn't that as Imam Farman? It really even doesn't matter what you do for yourself. See, that's how you perfect yourself in your life. That is the life of a moment. G.
Where can I get the books people yet to Javamati?
Sir, we have the PDF of the book, but it's not available with me right now. We will share in the WhatsApp soon.
Yeah, Peer Bindar Jamamat is available in Gujarati, Persian, English, and Urdu. All four languages.
I want it in Urdu.
Okay, Ferial can help you.
We will share in the WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, it is so beautiful that when we follow those attribution of Momin, then only, because that's like a manual, that's like our instruction book, how to function. So when we follow those guidelines, then only, this machine will work properly. So, for example,
Absolutely.
then it will help us in our ibadat because we are following those guidelines. We are following those manual that came with the Isme Azam. So thank you very much for pointing us to that book so we all can make those columns and prepare ourselves and, check ourselves every day. So thank you,
I
Shukran.
mean, yes.
Friends, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand or ask directly to sir by unmuting your mic.
Sir, Yali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad.
Sir, I see that question in the chart and I have a same question कि अगर कोई फैमिली मेंबर हो एंड थोड़ा सा मैं वर्ड यूज करूंगा पेसिमिस्ट यू नो लाइक अ बहुत नेगेटिव पर्सन हो और तो क्या करना चाहिए सर मतलब इवन दो यू ट्राई टू
दूर
एक्सप्लेन
रहे.
यू स्टिल डोंट चेंज
You don't see, that's the problem. We want them to change. Why do you want them to change? Don't they have their free will? That is exactly what I'm trying to say. Let them have their will.
लेकिन जब वो बात हमेशा करते
You
हैं तो वही नेगेटिव बात करते हैं तो क्या करना चाहिए इस
get
टाइम
away
पे
from them. Get away from them.
तो फिर इसमें कोई
Get
गुनाह नहीं है
away
ना
from
सर
them. क्या हुआ?
अगर फैमिली से अपन कट जाते हैं तो उसमें कोई गुनाह नहीं है ना सर
आपने नहीं देखा? आपने हिस्ट्री के अंदर नहीं देखा? हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम अपने चाचा को छोड़ दिया. आपने नहीं देखा है कि इमामों ने अपनी फैमिली को छोड़ा है? कि आपने नहीं देखा हमारे पीरों दाइयों ने अपनी फैमिली को छोड़ा है? हमारी तो हिस्ट्री पूरी भरी हुई है इन मिसालों से. हम सिर्फ इमाम के फरमान को फॉलो करते हैं. हम मोमिन की दोस्ती करते हैं. जो मोमिन नहीं है वो ना तो आपकी फैमिली है और ना ही आपके फ्रेंड है। मैं आपको गिनान से मैं आपको बता दूं, पर नाते व्यवहार ना कीजिए। इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि नॉन इस्माइली के साथ, जो मोमिन नहीं है ना उससे हमारा व्यवहार नहीं है। You cannot be my friend, you cannot be my relative if you are not a momin. Sometimes you cannot divorce them. You cannot divorce your children, you cannot divorce your brother, you cannot divorce your mother, you cannot divorce your sister, you cannot divorce your uncle, right? But you can get away from them. Let them have their free will. And you do you. You mind your own business. It's not that hard. G.
Thank you, sir.
Look like there are more than one person unmuted.
Friends, anybody wants to share something with sir or ask a question, please go ahead.
याली मदद सर।
Yali Madad.
सर फरमान में ये जो है ना कि build good things in your life so that that goodness reflects itself through your families, through your jamaat, through the people you are with. इसको थोड़ा explain करो ना please.
તમે ગુજરાતી સમજો છો?
हाँ सर गुजराती हाँ सर.
મારી માં કહેते थे कि આપણે સારા તો બધાય સારા.
अच्छा.
When you do good things, it reflects back on you, your family, your jamaat, and it returns back to you. Don't worry about okay, if this person is this way, I'm going to treat him that way. No. If person is bad, you treat them even nicer. When person doesn't do anything good to you, you do even better to them. If you are good, the goodness will return back to you. Apne sara, to badai sara. That is the formula that we must follow.
Thank you sir. शुक्र अली अल्लाह.
Shukran Allah.
Ji, Dilshad, you were trying to say something? Okay, sir, I don't see any questions in the chat box, and Khayal has already given the link for the PDF for Pir Pandiyate Javamardi.
Subhanallah.
And
Thank you so
friends,
much.
thank you,
याली
sir.
मदद सर.
Ji.
याली मदद सर.
Yali Madad.
सर थैंक यू सो मच. आज आपने बहुत अच्छा एक्सप्लेन किया लाइट स्पार्क को. थैंक यू सो मच.
शुक्र मौला.
थैंक यू.
ये तो
Thank
मौला
you,
का
sir.
एहसान है हम सब पर. शुक्र मौला. Thank you मौला.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Yali
Thank you.
Madad. Yali Madad.
Thank you, Yalimdas.
Yali Madad. Yali Madad.
याली मदद.
Thank you, friends. Yali Madad, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Yali
Thank you.
Madad. Yali
Thank you याली
Madad.
मदद.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, Yalmada.
Thank you.
يعني مداد
Yali Madad. Yali Madad.
Ali Madad, sir.
याली मदद
Yali
सर. थैंक
Madad. Yali Madad. Yali Madad.
Sir, Mola accept your seva. Thank you so much for your time.
Ji Danish, you can please, Ali Danish, you can just share your question in the chat box, or you can directly send to us and we will take care of it for next time. Thank you. Yali Madad, everyone.
Mola Ali Madad.